welcome to another episode of Small Talk. Thank you for making us part of your evening, or if you're catching us on the replay on your favorite streaming app, podcast app. We got Chris here. We got Billy Badfish here. Equan for the second show in a row, guys. Thank you for joining us today. How's it been going? It's felt like a little bit longer than what it should has, but.
Yeah, man. For a rare change, I basically have no new pickups. I just found one that I didn't mention last time. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, the pickups just keep piling up. I haven't really opened anything yet. I kind of showed Badfish a couple of stuff I picked up pretty recently, and I kind of want to open them up so I don't have all these boxes just in the basement. So other than that, I just got back from work.
Nice, very nice. What about you, Billy? What's going on, man?
I sold stuff rather than, I think, buying stuff. Still on the trend. Yeah, on Sunday did the toy show. I should have got a picture from it. Jeez. I do have one, but I didn't add it. Jeez. But beyond that, doing good. Trying to think what else.
Badfish is selling stuff so he can go to Disney too with his family and buy
maybe
that
one day, but
maybe everyone gets a churro.
It's not why I'm selling it, but one day we'd like to do Disney, but fuck, man, it's so expensive getting down there from here. So, but yeah, other than that, just the last 2 weeks have kind of flown by. It's hard to believe we did a show 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day for me. We had kind of a pretty serious medical emergency at the school today, and we won't talk about it too much, but yeah, it kind of shook a lot of people, and everything's good, and as far as we know, things are good and stuff like that. But man, these kids feel like they're settled in at our school. I mean, all kinds of behavior stuff going right now. So it's just good that it's almost Friday, and we'll have a good little weekend going here for our family and stuff, and finally get to talk about some figures and get talking about some new stuff.
I kept thinking today was Friday for some reason.
Oh man, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
I worked with a guy who said that hump day is not Wednesday, it's Thursday, because it's so much harder to get to Friday than it is from Wednesday to Thursday.
I don't like that. I don't like that logic at all.
That's like logic. Yeah, that's like office lifer talk right there. I don't know. I don't understand that stuff. They congregate around water coolers and they say bland comments. I don't know.
Before we get into our new stuff, let's check out the chat. We got Toy Mafia, we got Sith Scale, Six Gun Figs, that guy Vintage Rebellion Podcast. Mark P joining us. Guys, thank you for making us part of your evening.
King Dingling.
And King Dingling. I'm sorry, Dingling.
Toy Mafia.
That's my bad.
Oh, you said Toy Mafia.
Yeah, I said Toy Mafia.
And Mark P. Cool.
But the juice is loose. Guys, we got a lot of Beetlejuice stuff that's coming up here. Not just in like Mezco and SHFiguarts. I think it was even in NECA, right?
Yeah, man.
I think we don't have it this show, but I feel like I might have saw something for Super 7, but maybe not. That might be fake news. But let's get straight up into these new toy pickups. So what do we get this week, Chris?
Yeah, man. I've actually forgot that I picked this up at Fan Expo Canada, and it was the only figure I bought that over that 4-day period. But yeah, some guy had a bunch of these 2013, 14, 3 3/4 Black Series, and he had a grip of the Darth Plagueis and Darth Malgus here, and I missed all. He sold like 5 or 6 Darth Plagueis before I got there on preview day for at $70 a pop for Darth Plagueis 3 3/4. So the Acolyte effect is real, but he had a few of these guys left at 40, and I have never had that. But that's it for me.
I might have this. I'm not sure. I know I went to a comic store and they had this, and it's right when I had started collecting it. I don't know if I grabbed it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He recently came out in Black Series, like 6-inch, but I feel like this is like, I don't know, there's something a little more like edgy about this sculpt. I don't know, man. Look, he looks more evil on this one. Darker costume.
Reminds me of the sideshow Beetlejuice eyes.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
Congrats.
Guys, you know what I love about collecting? Probably like my top 3 things that I love about collecting. Small towns. I love small towns and going to, it doesn't matter if it's a thrift store or like an auction house or in this case, a small town Walmart. I found the B-Wing, which I've not found here in San Antonio. And to be completely fair, I've not tried to really look super hard for it right now. But I found this B-Wing at a Walmart just east of San Antonio, about a couple hours. And I think it's a really cool figure. You know, I think last time we were talking about doing the shoe polish and like doing it up a little bit.
Yeah, weathering.
The weathering. And I think this will get me into it right here. Because this B-Wing, while it looks really cool, it needs a decent amount of work. I think, personally. Let me see if I could...
I love the little stand, though. It comes with, like...
Oh, it didn't come with it. That was an extra stand.
I was going to say.
But
the size is nice, too.
The size is nice. It looks nice. I mean, you can go into
wings collapse.
Yep, just like that.
Oh, it rotates the cockpit.
You're
Very
in your
nice.
flight mode there. You know, go into battle mode.
Attack mode.
Attack mode, whatever. But I wouldn't mind maybe on these like blasters. It's got a bunch of blasters, right? Maybe doing a little bit of like gunmetal on it after doing some weathering, and then maybe I'll go and touch up the Phantom as well.
Do the gunmetal first, then do the black wash on top of that too.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
And you can do dry brushing if you want to, but on the overall vehicle, including then like do a little bit of silver dry brushing. You could do that on the gun tips. Man, now I want this B-Wing. It's so cool.
You're not finding it here in Canada, Badfish. They are gone. GameStop's not getting them. Yeah, it's weird. Like that stuff totally dried up. Even the Ghost, like as far as I know, GameStop's not even doing the Ghost as a pre-order. I never saw them solicited.
I'm better off not getting these, and then maybe like one day grabbing some loose or something at a toy show or something. I was gonna say to you guys that I have a possible show topic in the future that,
hold on, Chris.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
You were talking about the B-Wing and how it was only in it was like a certain episode or a certain movie from Star Wars. Because
Return of the Jedi.
You said Return of the Jedi, right?
Barely in it, yeah.
Because I remember the only thing that I really remember from this is 2 things. One being like the first ship getting blown up, or the first craft getting blown up. In the attacks. And then 2, an early on PlayStation game where you were flying this guy.
Yeah, Rebel Assault. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet it is Rebel Assault.
Yeah, it's like a third person or first person like rail shooter arcade style, basically. Yeah. See, the first mission you actually fly B-Wing and like the cockpit like shoots off like an escape pod as your B-Wing blows up. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, man, what kills me about Canada Trudeau specifically not supporting this line, what bothers me about it is the fact that I already have like 50 of these ships and I just can't get any of the new ones now.
That's why I didn't get any into this line. There's too deep. They're cool as hell though, but I have I have 2 from it. I have a TIE Fighter and the Razor Crest, and even that I might even get rid of one day, but I don't know.
I wasn't complete, but I was complete on all the good ones. Like I don't have that Astajj Ventress ship that's still peg warming.
Yeah,
never bought that even once.
Oh man, you should have let me know. I could have picked one of those up. I still see those things, man. Those
yeah.
Those
you can
sitting there.
You can get that here, but it's just stuff that they had early on. Like none of the new stuff in the last like 6 months at least. Like the last new thing was probably the AT-AT that I saw anywhere here.
I can see I found an AT-AT the other day, yeah. And then the Falcon I saw still at one place.
Yeah, but that's wave 1. Yeah.
I can't even imagine completing that line. There's like chases 1 in 3,000 or whatever.
I have some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, those seem like pretty hard to get.
See, I've not
so.
found any of those, so there you go. No, I mean I really enjoy these. Like I call myself like a casual Star Wars fan, right? Like I've watched it. I've gone and watched some of the other stuff, and I've read some books here or there. But the one thing that I've always loved were the ships, you know, and like the battle scenes in space and stuff. And I even said in our personal chat, like, what was it, Battlefront? That's what I would play. Is just the aircraft stuff. I had a lot of fun, but the other thing I found, and it was more specifically what I was looking for, I planned on going there for this Pokemon set, is this 151 Scarlet and Violet Pokemon set. And I've had at least 10 or 15 people tell me like, man, this thing's been sold out for a year and a half or at least a year, right? And you're not going to be able to find it anymore. You're going to have to buy it like secondhand, this and that, right? So I go into this Walmart, I go to where the cards were, and there's 2 of these. And I knew I wouldn't be able to get both. So I picked up one of them, and the other one is hopefully still there. My parents are going that direction tomorrow. So I'm going to send them some money to go pick up the other one for me. Hopefully it's still there. But I actually didn't do too bad on my pulls. So I got this Poliwhirl right here on the left. And he was $12 at Heroes and Fantasies, one of our local comic book stores. And I was going to go buy it this weekend because it was payday, and I really wanted that card. I pulled this Kangaskhan, and then I also pulled this Zapdos full art with the other 2 legendary birds in there. But I had bought...
Hold on.
What?
What's the kangaroo's name?
I was going to
Kangaroo.
No, you said something else.
Kangaskhan.
You said Genghis Khan.
Yeah, you said Genghis Khan.
No, he did.
I'm a little congested. My nose is a little...
I also...
Kangaskhan.
My friend always used to say Zapdos instead of
Zapdos.
Zapdos.
I would say Zapdos.
It's like saying Magneto
or something like that.
I've heard Zapdos too, yeah.
But
yeah, these are cool. I like the silver lining on it. They're cool. How
Well,
much are
and
those
so-
ETBs?
Retail, it was 55 plus tax.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Is a
So
fun
you get,
fact.
You get like a guaranteed like certain
Yeah,
they're
it's
like
a
come with
Snorlax.
certain
Let me see
cards,
if
right?
Let me see if I think I have it in here.
And then you get like a dice or something like that with it or something
Yeah,
like
you get
that.
Yeah, you get
dice
a
and you get card
card.
sleeves, which is what those are in, and
And
You
then
get a promo card.
uh,
I think it's of Snorlax. Maybe.
Yeah, so those are kind of cool. Those are pretty cool. I had
It's this one.
I almost got the XY. I have an XY. What the heck is it called? That's cool. When they have
That's
a
the
whole
promo.
pack of like 24 packs.
I got to showcase my complete collection of that.
Oh, you completed it, man. That's what
I
I'm trying
did.
to do.
I will get it
Oh, you did.
eventually.
Nice.
I'll pull it out soon. But did you know, fun
Oh.
fact, that the 3 birds are named after 1, 2, 3 in Spanish?
Really?
Really?
Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
You know yeah, like Zapdos
Uno.
is 2, Articuno is 1, and Moltres is 3.
That's
not know that.
funny.
It's just the suffix. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is Zapdos.
Zapdos. Yeah.
Yep.
So the Zapdos card I had actually bought from Heroes and Fantasies a few weeks ago for $40, which is about what this card's still going. So now I can flip this one or trade into something else, hopefully. To
How much
help
is
finish.
which one's going for 40?
This one, the one on the right, the Zapdos.
Damn. That makes
And
sense. So that's a cool card. and
This one was
popular
like
Pokemon.
10, I think, 5 or 10.
We can't see
and
your
then-
mouse.
I'm sorry, the middle one, the Kangaskhan, no, the Kangaskhan, was 5 or 10, and then the Poliwhirl was the Poliwhirl here was like
Give me
12.
2 seconds here, guys.
But yeah, so really happy to find that stuff, and I've had a lot of fun, a lot of fun with this 151 stuff. It's a nice little change from doing the figures all the time, and my son gets into it because he's like, "Can I have your doubles? Can I have your doubles?" So he's profited from that as well. So he's going down the line.
Yeah, I mean it's cool that it's like the real Pokemans who are the first 150. You know, I recognize them as a elder millennial. Yeah, man.
Equan, how long did it take you to finish your set?
Took me about like 2 to 3 months. And I only, honestly, I don't collect the other sets. I only collected this set because,
And that's
again,
what I'm
like
doing.
Chris said, it's the original real Pokemans.
That's right.
And I went hard. I got the whole set and the reverse holo of all of them. I'll bust them out pretty soon. I'll go grab them.
How much? You said about how many months? You say
About 2 to 3 months.
about 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
How much do you feel like you, not dollar wise, but how many packs do you feel like you had to open?
I opened one of those premium boxes.
Yeah.
And
The one
4
with
of
the
these.
Mew and Mewtwo in it, I think.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
4 of those ETBs and like 12 of those booster bundles. Those
The little box sets.
box sets. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took me about that many, and then I think I had like 2 or 3 left I needed to get, and I just got them on eBay.
See, and that's what I'm edging on doing. Like, I want to use a TCG player to maybe pick up a lot of the rares and uncommons and stuff, just so I could pay like cents on them.
Yeah.
But the hard part is like a lot of these shops on TCG player, they only have like 1 or 2, and it's like, well, if you spend $5, you get free shipping, or you spend $50, you get free shipping, but they don't have enough for you to reach that.
Yeah,
you know?
it's always
to buy
like
some
that.
other cards from their shop.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think that's the most, even though we're spending a lot, that's the most efficient way to get them all or catch them all is to just make a huge dent in your collection with boosters and then fill them out searching for those individual cards.
All right. Mr. Collecting Weekly himself is asking, who is the best pocket man of the first 150?
Oh, that's engagement fishing right there.
I know.
Most people are probably going to say Charizard, right? Is anyone's favorite Charizard?
I mean, he's objectively pretty cool. He's like the edgy looking dragon, whereas the Dragonite's like the derpy looking dragon. So like between the two dragons, he's the better of the two dragons for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm a big Gengar guy.
I got a lot of favorites.
I was gonna say Haunter. I like Haunter a lot too.
He was awesome in the show.
I'm saying Mewtwo. It's just the most metal Pokemon. And he's not 151.
His full art out of this set looks so cool. It looks so cool. He's just like looking down at the city.
Pikachu's gotta be pretty good. I mean,
Pikachu, he finally helped Ash, right? Win his championship.
Is there a Pokemon card of Mewtwo when he's got like the robot armor on, like an old one?
Probably.
That'd be sweet.
An old one.
Not that I know of.
Maybe like the movie version of the cards.
Yeah, well, it's the same as in like one episode. Yeah, but yeah, I gotta look into that now. If there's one of those from like the early 2000s, that'd be pretty cool to have.
Yeah, I have like a box set of the XY cards, but I've never actually opened them, so they're sitting there.
All right, Bad Fish. Looks like you got quite a bit.
These are Equans.
Oh, these are Equans?
Yeah, these are mine. Equan. Yeah. This is mine for the last 2 weeks. It keeps stacking, keeps building up.
Those turtles.
But yeah, I found the turtles at Walmart, the black and white ones.
People are buying those up pretty quick here.
Yeah, that and Tatsu. I still can't find Tatsu.
Yeah, he was sold out at the site I looked at, and I haven't really looked hard, but
yeah, I just ended up buying him.
One of him.
Yeah, I just went to AliExpress and bought him for $40. I had enough of it. But yeah, the SDCC turtles I just got in with the slipcover box, and then the most recent one was that PulseCon King with the chair. That chair is huge. And then I'm starting to, because I missed out on the World of Simpsons figures. I think it's the perfect time to jump into the Jax specific Simpsons line. So I got the first wave plus the Bart Man exclusive for Walmart.
The Homer is so cool. with the
Yeah.
donuts.
He's awesome. These guys are awesome. I just hope they keep going deep down in the line.
That's gonna be tough, man. Because what was that company that had like a crazy massive Simpsons line like 15 years ago?
It's like it's called World of Simpsons, but I forgot the company
Yeah,
name.
but they did like real obscure, like one episode characters. You know what I mean? Just the idea of someone starting over that process is wild. But I think the real key, if they keep, I feel like if they keep the main family members in some kind of rotation in each wave, that it'll be more successful than previous attempts at a Simpsons line. Like you should pretty much always be able to get a generic Homer, like if they're doing it right.
Real quick, Alvin J said, how reliable is AliExpress? Anybody? Equan? How many times have you purchased?
I bought my Earthworm Jim from there, and my what was the other thing I bought? Anyway, I bought a couple things from there, and they all deliver. There's one thing I bought, and it never delivered, but they gave me a refund. Like they told me, "Hey, it never came. Here's your refund." I didn't have to do anything, so they're pretty good. A lot of what they do is a lot of people that make the figures, they they probably have like a batch that they just sell off on the side, and this is how they get a lot of NECA figures. So you know, when in that, you'll see a lot of NECA figures on there.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're saying
I've seen that? Yeah.
you saying you think these are like factory leaks, like they're keeping the lights on after hours and shooting them out the back door?
Yeah, because down to the box and everything, it's all.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for NECA turtle figures for years.
Really?
And they're not like bootlegs. I mean, they're legit copies, and they'll usually get them a little earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why AliExpress always has them for so expensive.
Those guys who get out the back door don't respect the street date.
Yeah, they definitely don't.
No.
And then another tip for the McFarlane figures: if you buy it from Big Bad Toy Store, they won't send you the platinum chase figures because they sell those separately. But if you buy them from, like, I got mine from Amazon, and 30% of the time I'll get a platinum, like a chase figure. But that's the only place I get a chase from, Amazon. So I got the Clock King.
Equan, do you ever get into the Super 7 Simpson line?
Yeah, I did. I have them all still.
Is that reaction?
Defet's asking how they are.
They're awesome. But the thing is, they're like, well, they're probably cheaper now. They're probably like $24, but they're like $55 retail a pop, and it adds up quick. And there's a lot of Simpsons characters. But the thing is, they discontinued the line because, all Disney figures for Super 7, and B, they never made any proper family members. They never did a regular Homer, Bart, Marge, or Lisa.
Yeah.
They started with all these obscure, like specific characters from specific episodes.
That's what I'm saying. Keep regular Homer in the line in every wave. Just give him a different accessory. That's the one you need, and the rest are nice to have. Yeah. So you get new collectors each wave that way.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right, guys. Well, let's get on into the news. So we have some Mezco coming. We have some SHFiguarts after that. We got some hyperspace highlights, Marvel Legends, NECA, WWE, all coming here, hopefully within the next 40 minutes or so. But the first thing we have are these 1/12 collective Beetlejuice Deluxe Edition. It's $155, and it ships between February and April of next year. And I don't know how much I like this one, actually. Like, I feel like at least in this picture, it doesn't look that good to me. But
yeah, I think, and this relates to some of the other of the at least 3 Beetlejuice figures we're going to talk about today that are new. I love the faith they have in this film, but I think a lot of the photography is kind of lacking on these, man. Like, the photography is letting it down. This is arguably the best of some of the new options available, and I didn't pick it for our thumbnail just because, like, I feel like these guys are they're not like trying that hard on the pictures, if you ask me, but it definitely has the most crazy accessories. Like this one scene from the original, and I guess it's based on the original movie versus the sequel, because you have the carousel head version here. But
100%,
and that's like the most outlandish as far as accessories that any of these new figures have. But that's almost like, what do you do with it when you set it up like that? You pose it that way. He looks like that in the movie for about 20 seconds. But it's pretty memorable though.
Toy Collector Magazine says the figure looked better in person at SDCC.
I bet. Dark photos.
Ooh, and
And
it's
not-
got light up on the carousel. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And on the base.
What I remember is the carousel. The skull was supposed to be an like an Easter egg to Jack Skellington. So I thought the head was more circular. It like looks more like Jack Skellington. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it can't be. I mean, it does look very similar to it, but that movie came out like 4 years earlier, didn't it? I guess it
This
would be in
was-
pre-production.
Yeah, this was before. Yeah.
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 So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if that character would have existed at the time that this movie was made, but
Mhm.
It's
Good number of sculpts too. Sorry. go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I do, but I rewatched the original film before going to see the sequel, and that little skull on top of there did stand out to me as looking like Jack Skellington. Now that you mention that, but yeah, it says like 87 or 88, and that's 93, I think. Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. But this looks cool, man. Look at the grave, the light up grave. This is, on paper, this is the best one of all the new 112 Beetlejuice figures.
So this figure is going to include 4 interchangeable head portraits, 10 sets of hands, the base. We already touched on the tombstone with the light up. Here lies Beetlejuice with the gargoyles and skeletons on the side. He's going to come with the included extended hammer hands, one for each side, and he has a book and a nail file and a bonus shrunken Beetlejuice head, and then of course the carousel light up head, which looks really, really cool. So I mean, honestly, I feel like those other portraits still look a little soft to me. I don't know if soft's the right word, but hopefully, like what Toy Collector Magazine said, that it looks better in person. But I might, if I were to get it, I might keep that carousel on there just because it looks wicked. Like, it just looks crazy, right?
So I
then-
had to include this. This is the Hot Toys. $330, and the base doesn't freaking light up. That one we just saw was $155. This is $330. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, the sculpt, all that. There's lots of positive things, but that one I think had more hands.
But you don't feel like?
And
I mean, I guess
the
maybe
base
the light
lights up.
I guess the light up features make up for the price, I guess.
I'm not trying to compare price in that regard. I'm just giving the price of this, and it's like for $330 they couldn't light up the base, but for $155 they could. I just don't understand.
Well, but that's what I'm
Toys
saying, Joe.
sometimes.
What I'm saying though is like a lot of these mezcos range anywhere between like 85 to like 110ish. Do you think 155 justifies?
155 is still crazy for a
light
6-inch, and it's. I'm just saying, for a 6-inch they could light up the base, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
I
I just got to chime in real quick.
It's kind of necessary on that. Right?
I just want to say, like, yo, we just had Toy Collector Magazine in the chat.
Yeah.
I got his second most recent issue right here. I was just going through it today.
Hey.
That's real cool to see him show up down there.
Pull it
Yeah.
back a
This
bit, I
is-
think. There you go.
This is like a real, actual, up-to-date news-related toy
Mhm.
collecting magazine. It shouldn't
Yeah.
exist in 2024, but here it is. That guy's legit.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out
he-
Toy Collector Magazine.
He always has like reveals in each each issue,
Yeah,
which is nice. And speaking of Super 7, I think he did reveal the last wave of Super 7 Simpsons figures, but I don't think those came out. And that one had like a regular Marge or Lisa in it. So
Wow. Canceled waves. There's prototypes out there somewhere making
yeah.
their way to eBay. All right. Cool, man.
All right. Moving on for Mezco, for more 112 Deadpool Wolverine, the Deadpool. Spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it, just in case someone wants to try it, but you've had more than enough time to see this to avoid spoilers. So just an FYI, here's your chance to jump off for a second. But we have the Deadpool for $100. This is going to ship between February and April of next year. And like normal, I mean, I think this Deadpool looks great. I mean, this is the one thing that concerns me is that the head is not cloth, I guess, or at least it's a leathery look. And I'm kind of concerned about the rest of the figure coming down, like on the armor here. Like it looks just kind of like the dotted plastic, if you will, where I feel like he should have been at least a little bit leathery. But here's a couple of poses of him, and he looks cool. I mean, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of people who are like, well, if I'm going to spend $100 for this, I could also get the SHFiguarts version.
Yeah, I mean, for $100, that's basically standard Mezco price. That's like the low end. 100 is usually the floor. I don't think they hit 90 anymore, so it's relatively on their cheaper side. But usually the head sculpt doesn't have any fabric or anything like that, or the leather like material. So it does look a little Marvel Legends-y with the bumps and everything for sure.
Yeah, that is a good way of describing it. This is going to come with a dog pool. I think he looks great. You know what's funny?
That looks good.
Yeah, this looks really good. What's funny about this dog, though, is my brother and sister-in-law have a dog who has a tongue that hangs out of its mouth like this, just like this.
Yeah. Well, here, you know what, Sean? That's really the result of Frankensteinish excessive selective breeding practices, and I personally find them immoral. And if you go to your local fish store, you will see some mutant ass goldfish that people have really messed up with big old eyes hanging off the side of their head. It's the same thing. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm not in favor of it. But it does look film accurate though. But wow, they made a wolf make it so his tongue doesn't stick in his face anymore. What's wrong with society?
And
Dark
as
timeline.
always, say what?
Dark timeline.
Dark timeline. Yep.
15 hands.
Ooh, look at those hands.
15. And then
is there a middle finger?
Four sets of magnetic eyes.
No middle finger.
No finger.
Nope.
I'm not surprised, but
SMH.
you kind of hope.
You're hoping for a middle finger, a shocker, or something.
The shocker was in Disneyland. It should be able to be on this figure.
Jesus.
So he's got 3 sets of throwing knives, a mug. He's got his 2 katanas and the sheath for it, and then of course it comes with dog pool.
Should he not come with more stuff? Like
that's what I was wondering.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't finished the movie because I fell asleep. But does he not have guns anymore?
Yeah, where's his guns?
Well, and they show it right. Where is it? Right there.
Okay.
So I wonder if it's not removable.
Wow.
Maybe they're just not.
Jeez.
They said they said Foggy didn't want drugs in there, but we know what the real problem is.
We didn't miss a slide or anything, I don't think, right? Because I'm pretty sure I saw this. I'm pretty sure I looked.
These Mezcos usually have clips.
It would have had it right here.
I'm pretty positive I looked at this as well and thinking, why doesn't this have?
That is crazy if it's not removable.
Guns.
Like we're talking about a Mezco figure here. There's a molded gun into a holster. What? That is
all
so
budget.
That's the most offensive thing I've ever heard. That's
very
so
Marvel
crazy.
Legends of them.
I'm checking right now to double check whether this.
You're double
their
It'd be
entire
on this
budget
page.
went into the nipples, the realistic large nipples,
Badfish.
dog nipples.
There's so much dead space on this page. Like it'd be beside the dog.
That's what I was thinking. There's so much dead space here.
There's nothing.
That's how
there.
I felt when I saw. Yeah, when you go to their site, there's only 2 pictures like we're showing. That's insane.
What I really don't like about that is that if you get a third party like 3D printed matching gun, then it's gonna still be in the holster if you pose him up with that. That is not cool.
Okay, this is weird. So it comes with 4 handheld weapons with interchangeable parts, 4 weapon FX, but we
Wow,
don't see those.
But
even
it's not
even
listed.
maybe they're
They're
not allowed to
listed in the accessories
advertise
on
it.
their site.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't
Interesting.
advertise it
For
because it's
some
probably
reason, even on their site, they don't have a picture of those.
Oh,
There's
wow.
another
Look,
accessory page
That's the trigger
picture,
hand right
but
there.
they don't have it for some
yeah,
reason.
they're not showing it. You know what? I admin a 50,000 member Facebook group. Actually, I think it's 100,000 ish of vintage Star Wars collectors. It's just called Vintage Star Wars Action Figures on Facebook. I'm one of like 3 admins on there, and posts get deleted every day because people don't write pew pew instead of gun when they're trying to sell some accessories. So maybe, they're foreseeing the marketing problems they'll have on all these social media
Really?
platforms. And
So-
they're just like,
Because
I get notifications every day of this
Yeah.
post was deleted because this guy's trying to sell firearms. I'm like, no, he's not. He's trying to sell a microgram of plastic.
It says 4
Oh.
handheld weapons with interchangeable parts
Let
and then
me-
4 weapon FX. So it's probably 4
Oh.
pistols,
Yeah.
like either pistols or maybe the golden ones, and then the FX, like they usually have the blast effects.
Yeah.
so
Those
let
will-
me,
yeah.
Chris, let me tell you my
And
story.
that could be a
on
whole
what-
other page
on what
for
you
sure.
just said. So a while back, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I was trying to sell issue 1 of the new Guardians of the Galaxy book, right? So like one where Star-Lord shows up, Gamora, all those guys. Well, on the cover page, it's Star-Lord like jumping out at you, and he has his blasters like pointing right at you. Facebook didn't let me post it because I said
Just
I was
'cause of
trying
the
to sell
art?
guns.
Just
Yep.
because of the art?
Just because of the art.
Wow.
And then I don't know how or why this happened, but remember those Disney mugs that I showed you guys a while back? So I tried to post it into one of our local like little side chat groups that we have within the bigger Facebook page, and Facebook flagged it because it said I was saying inappropriate things, and all I had said was, is anyone here interested in these mugs? So I'm wondering if it caught the word mugs as like I'm trying
Maybe
to
mugs is drugs
shame
in
somebody.
Yeah.
I'm thinking mugs is drugs in some.
There's a lot
circles.
of there's a lot of words that you're not allowed to write on Facebook that are innocuous on paper, but criminals use them to indicate certain things. And if you ever see a meme that says something like, you can't search this on Facebook, don't try and search it, because they're trying to put you on a list.
There's the 2 pistols though on his thighs, and it does say on their site, comes equipped with knives, katanas, and other handheld weapons. There you go.
Okay, so they just can't.
All of which can be stored in the multiple holsters and sheaths on the suit. So maybe there are more
being
knives
creative.
and suit and more knives and more guns that they're not showing. They will show later. But yeah, either way, that's funny as hell.
Really quick, I just
so it
wanted to
sounds
show
like there's
this
even
last
more
one.
knives. But...
Toy Collector Magazine says issue 14 goes to press next week with another exclusive reveal on the cover. So
Keep doing the Lord's work, sir. I found that at my local comic book store here in Toronto. Like, that guy is
Nice.
getting it. It's getting around me. I don't have a subscription, but if I see it, I'll pick it up.
All right. Moving on to SHFiguarts. From what I understand, this is just a tease for the SHFiguarts Beetlejuice. And honestly, I kind of like this one better.
Oh, really?
The face still looks a little soft to me, and you can see more lines, but there's just something off about
I like
that
the other one better.
That other one.
This looks too cartoony.
Yeah, I was thinking cartoony.
It's more shiny.
I kind of want that. I don't
Little
know.
anime-y.
I think the eyes really pop on this one compared to, you sort of lose them on the other one, but that might be the photography, honestly. I don't know.
The lighting here is better, obviously, on this, but do we have them? I wish we had them back to back there, but
Yeah, it's just like they definitely went for a sort of softer lighting, and I look. This is like an announcement photos. I don't know if they've released more photos since then, but these were like sort of portrait
Mhm.
waist up type things that I could find.
But I feel like this is also something you would expect from Figuarts, right? Like it looks a little more shiny in places. Like you look at the hands, right? I mean, it can't just be a coincidence, like on the hair or on the forehead or something like
There's
that,
no
right?
soft goods, right? It's plastic.
I'm gonna just
Doesn't
address
look like it.
this to Alvin. SHFiguarts doesn't do soft goods. Like
Yeah, I
even
didn't
their
think so.
bleach figures with the robes, those are all sculpted. It looks so ugly. Sculpted robes. Because when you bend the knee, it just looks off.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
this is
don't.
like
I don't like how
what
the suit looks.
wasn't that Rebel Moon figure with the crazy pants and
Oh
SHFiguarts?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's so
god!
bad. Oh my gosh.
Here the lighting helps, but it's the lighting helping this out. Here
Sure.
the suit still looks kind of weird. It looks better, but I do agree this sculpt looks pretty good, but those other ones are too. They almost look like the cartoon, like the old cartoon show. I never really
Yeah.
watched. There was a cartoon show, right?
But the facial
Yeah.
expression on this sculpt is fun, man. Like that's a
This
good
is cool, yeah.
face sculpt. Yeah.
This
The
I
hair,
like the
like
most.
yeah, the hair's not as good as the other one, but that's
Well,
a
I'm
great
expecting
expression.
maybe some interchangeable like face plates or something like that, maybe.
Well,
Because
yeah,
it
if you
looks
go
like
back,
that seam right there on the top of his hair.
yeah, go back. His eyes are facing a totally different way, and then he's looking straight at you.
Yep.
So his eyes
Mhm.
are looking to the left. On the other one, they're looking. Here they're looking
Yeah.
to
You to
Straight
the
his
up.
left.
left, our right, and then the other one they're looking down and to the right
Yeah.
in the next photo. So there's different
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
interchangeable. So this is the best one, is basically of the face plates. I think.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Okay, and then the only other Figuarts figure we
Whoa.
have is the Berserk
Ooh, Zah.
Nosferatu Zod figure. So this is going to be 14,850 yen, or about $104 USD, due out April 2025. And this is going to come with kind of a soft goods cape. It looks soft goods. I mean, looks like it's a little bit soft goods.
It's definitely
But
is, yeah.
but the skirt there, like his little skirt thing is not, and then on the boots it's not as well. But he's gonna come with a couple set of weapons, an axe, and I don't know what you would call the sword or not, but he looks okay. I'm not for me. I never read the Berserk mangas or anything like that, but I think it looks cool. This face sculpt here with his kind of like attacking, angry, red-eyed face looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, so this would be number 4 or 5 out of that line. So it was Guts, and then what was the second one? The horse, right?
The horse with
Yeah.
the knight, or like the angel wing knight, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I forgot his name. I don't know why. I just
And
Yeah.
then you said
Yeah.
guts, right? This is guts.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember I have the Guts, and I had to return him and get a second one because his wrist pegs are brittle. The ankle pegs, they just like disintegrate in your hands. So hopefully this guy will have better durability. I mean, he's got bigger joints,
I hope so.
that
This guy's
helps.
giant.
Yeah. But yeah, looks cool.
All right, and then moving on to some hyperspace highlights. We got
man.
Black Series. Chris, I'm not gonna. Oh, there's Badfish. Thank God.
They got
Badfish. What do we got here? Got some TVC stuff. It looks like
This is Black Series.
this is Black Series.
Yeah.
You said it first.
I wish there was a new TVC Prince Gisor Black Series. Like, oh my god, man! But this, it's about damn time. Now I don't know. Like, have Badfish? Maybe have they been marking Legends on Legends characters in Black Series lately? Did they ever do that?
Where is it marked Legends? Sorry.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, did they ever do that on like on like when they did those comic book ones, like the Mara Jade and stuff? Did those say Legends on
Oh.
them?
I don't think so. I could check, but I don't think. I think they just all had kind of unique packaging, didn't they?
Okay. Yeah,
They
like
had
so.
they've done gaming greats at one point.
Right. So I
That's
guess
like
I
a
mean,
individual series. I'm surprised this didn't kind of fall under it in a way, right? 'Cause
yeah.
this is
Well, yeah, for those of you who don't know, Shadows of the Empire is like a multimedia event that Lucasfilm did in 1996, which was a video game, a soundtrack, a comic book, a novel, and action figures. It was everything but the movie. That was the idea. They're like, let's gauge how much interest there still is in Star Wars before we start firing up the engine again and getting into the prequels.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does say Legends because it is like a Legends comic. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
on the
Yeah.
box. Yeah.
So it's non-canon character here, although technically, I believe his criminal organization, Prince Shizor's criminal organization, Black Sun, is canon. It's appeared in Rebels and Clone Wars, and so has this species, the Falleen. But Prince Shizor himself has not appeared in any of those Clone Wars or Rebels episodes. But maybe some of his officers did, who look very similar to him. But it's very faithful to the old 90s figures. The costume is pretty much how it looked back in the day. He had crazier weapons in the old Power of the Force action figures, and I think they might have done. I think he was in a comic 2-pack, so there was one like slightly updated 3 3/4 Shizor from like maybe around 2010, something like that.
Yeah.
He came with a very interesting Leia figure who looked like she's in like 80s aerobics gear. But yeah, man, there from a very weird plot point in the Shadows of the Empire novel, which you would probably not see replicated today, where Prince Shizor sort of attempts to Bill Cosby Princess Leia. But it's borderline what happens in that novel. It's a real novel. I don't know what to tell you. That's why it's not canon anymore. But yeah, man, it's a cool design. It's good to see, and I think the real lead here is that in the product description they said there's going to be I think it's 4 figures in the Shadows of the Empire subline, and you're getting a Luke, a Leia, and a Dash Rendar. I think that might be the only ones they listed, and Dash Rendar would be a new character for the Black Series, and he is the protagonist of the Shadows of the Empire video game.
That I'd probably have to get.
I have to get that. That was my first N64 game.
I wanted an N64 so freaking badly just because of that game. I wanted to fly. The only reason was to fly the freaking snow speeder and take down an AT-AT. That's the only reason I wanted to play it.
It was even on the box of the N64. I'll never forget that.
You're right. Yeah. Oh man, it was so freaking good. Like it was so amazing.
Weirdly, that's like the only game from the old LucasArts era that hasn't had a sweet remaster for modern consoles. I guess neither has Rogue Squadron, but that had good sequels that are like actually better than the original. It'd be great to get you can get Pod Racer on Xbox Series X now. Why can't you get Shadows of the Empire?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I hate to see it. Yeah, Kyle, they've said for sure that's coming. Like that's pretty much
Dash Rendar is coming. Yeah, it was in an official. It was on the official product description that there's a Shadows of the Empire line. If I had to guess, the Leia is just going to be a repackaged Leia Bausch and Bounty Hunter disguise, since that was a big plot point of that that novel, was her sort of getting the Bounty Hunter costume and all that. So, and that's in the old Power of the Force line, that was a Shadows of the Empire figure, the Leia Bausch Bounty Hunter disguise.
Highlight it in one of the descriptions or something.
Yeah, and the Prince Sizor has in his box. He starts with number 1, so they're gonna. That's a whole line right there.
Although if they do Luke. If they do Luke with the Coruscant Guard armor from the old figures, that's going to be kind of sweet. I would buy that.
So
it's
Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, the old Shadows of the Empire 5 POA line had only like 5 figures in it. It was Shizor, Luke with Coruscant Guard armor, which is like the sweet like red armor, kind of like a Praetorian Guard, and then Leia Bausch, and then there was a Chewbacca in Bounty Hunter disguise, which is like Chewbacca with a flat top and like a bunch of weapons, which is pretty awesome.
I have him still. I have the Power of the Force version of him.
Yeah, that's the only version of that ever came out. Other than there's a 6-inch bootleg of that version, which is hilarious.
That's
But
the first Chewie I had him before I ever had a normal one.
yeah, that's an awesome figure. If they did that in Black Series, it'd be awesome. But it would have to be like a new head for Chewbacca, so they probably wouldn't do it. But but this is all new for the most part. Like, you know, Prince Shizar has a very distinctive costume, and like even the pattern on the robes, like it looks like the old figure, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the only thing is the it looks good actually with the plastic, with the way they've tucked it into his belt and stuff. But yeah, it is too. I guess you're not going to do too dynamic of a pose with him, so I guess you can get away with the rubber kind of robes. But yeah.
And King Dingling, the one you're thinking of was about the Dark Empire comics, not Shadows of the Empire, the Black Series you're talking about here. The Shadows of the Empire Luke, the old figure, it was like basically a Praetorian Guard, like red armor with just Mark Hamill's head stuck on top. It was pretty sweet.
This also isn't $100. This is going to be $25. So them not doing soft goods is like a little more forgivable.
But it's also not a big cape, right? Like it's like broken up little strips, so like you'll be able to pose him. And I don't know if I had it in here, but there was some good, reasonably dynamic poses in their product shots.
Cool. I'm just glad it's not a repaint or a reissue.
Yeah,
that's all.
Something new, yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna be talking about that probably with some of these, but I mean, yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, and I just want to point out one last thing here. If you go that other picture, so like Prince Shizor's original origin is based on unused concept art for Bib Fortuna, and it's amazing. one painting where he's sort of holding his hand like he is in that middle picture. So it's pretty sweet, like that they put that hand in there because like his whole design comes from unused concept art for Bib Fortuna, and so that middle picture kind of looks like that painting.
The last thing I'll say is that shows the Hasbro team does care, but like that is an attention to detail if they're doing this pose from the concept art. But like you were saying, he came with all these other crazy weapons. That's just Star Wars, though. You just don't get accessories really with the Black Series. But anyways, there is some care there, but only enough to put a staff in there. But yeah.
So Badfish, this is going to be a Black Series thing that you have listed are going to be $24.99, and then TVC's $16.99.
Yeah, as always, yeah. But any Black Series we will see, so I was going to mention that there as we were going through. So any Black Series we see are $25.99 or $24.99, and they're spring next year. And then TVC is $16.99, also spring. But then we've got the Commando droid from Clone Wars. This is pretty cool. The freaking sword thing is kind of funny looking, but could maybe use a wash. But these would be cool to army build if you wanted to build a few of these out. They'll probably have another one that comes with a different weapons set because there's a lot of different versions of these.
Haven't they already had one in like the Gaming Greats, like GameStop line? Maybe
this one, I don't know.
No, is it the first Commando? Yeah, there's a lot of B1s in that Gaming Greats line. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys remember, but like this is like a season. These guys showed up in season 1, and like it is one of the gnarliest episodes of the Clone Wars like ever. Like they attack like an outpost, and like the clones who are stationed at this outpost essentially just suicide themselves and blow up the whole place because they're so overrun by these commando droids. They just give up and like obliterate their own installation. Crazy, it's wild. Yeah, but it's cool design.
These also show up in the Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order video games with as well with Cal Kestis. So you could use these at least in I forget if they're in the first game, but they're definitely in the second one. So you could use these with that like as enemies that he's fighting, which would be cool. But then we've got Clone Commander Bakara. This is cool. He's got the purple comma, little purple half pauldron, stuff like that, and the little kind of what is it? They call it like the bloodhound kind of.
This is
things.
This is from like Majito Kiadi Mundi death scene, right?
This
I
is
think.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But this is number 2 from the new boxes. But yeah, I think you're right. Kiadi-Mundi, when they're
Yeah.
on the snow planet.
Yeah. This is like vaguely snowtrooper gear on a clone trooper, so that's probably right.
This
Yeah.
is cool. I mean, this is going to be popular, that's for sure. I mean, people are going to eat this up because it's kind of a unique color. It's got a bit of a unique head sculpt. Customizers are going to love this thing too. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
it's
be
definitely
popular.
definitely cooler than those sequel trilogy snowtroopers, whatever the heck those were called. Yeah.
First Order Snowtroopers.
Sure.
Yeah. These are cool. So I'm kind of tempted just by those last two, just because they're kind of cool. You can toss them into like any clone shelf for this, and then the droids you can toss into the clone shelf, or you could again put in that.
And then you can
Jedi
reenact
Survivor.
you can reenact the moment where Kiadi-Mundi got what he deserved because he knew
Wow.
that the Sith were coming back since the Acolyte and did nothing about it. So when when the Sith finally got him, you know, he had it coming,
There
man.
you go. Yeah,
Well, when you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, those are all pretty cool. But the TVC, we've got a wide shot of them here. But if you click through, we'll go through each one individually. So we've got the Ahsoka Clone Trooper Lieutenant. Then we've got the Anakin from Ahsoka. So I guess he's a bit older.
Well, it's basically that there's a TVC Clone Wars Anakin that it was like an old before TVC 2.0 and they reissued it with face printing. This is like costume wise the same as that, but like 10 times better looking because they
this
took
looks
this.
nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Just the old Clone Wars version of this sort of costume in TVC, like the head just looks crazy and the face printing did not help it. So this looks way better.
I like the soft goods too. Good. And then this is from Andor, the Imperial officer who's like investigating Deirdre Miro.
Yeah.
And then Vintage Collection, A New Hope of Luke. Which actually looks pretty freaking good if you go back. Sorry, I hate that they always like reissue like basically the same Lukes, and like again we we'll see again, but
every wave has a Luke in it.
It does look good though.
But it's been a long time since you got this costume super articulated 3 3/4 figure.
That's what the other thing I was gonna say. I don't think I have this, 'cause this is kind of tempting as well. So, and then you get with that the Streets of Mos Eisley playset. I think this is up for pre-order now on Hasbro as well. But this is $59, or 60 basically, obviously. But this is pretty cool. Comes with the Jawa, comes with a couple boxes. It's got the eye. I forget what those things are called. The eye that comes out the door.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with 3 boxes actually. It comes with the 2 square and then the one that's kind of like more cubed, and they all open.
Dude, that Jawa card art was killing me. This Jawa just
I had
like
to post that.
he's like this homeless Jawa like slumped over and his eyes are like squinting somehow even though they're just light bulbs.
This is awesome.
I don't know,
man.
man.
To get this though, just because I'm getting the Cantina.
Yeah, you might as well. Too bad it doesn't come with extra cups like the Cantina.
Yeah, dude, there would have been freaking outrage probably.
You know what? You don't need if you have the
deluxe for those cups.
Even if you have the Boba Fett's throne room, if you need more cups, I think there's 50 more in that bad fish. If you need more cups for your Cantina, the throne room has a boatload of cups too, so you're not short. Yeah,
this is cool though, but the price is a little steep. What do you think? $60? I feel like it's for like one wall.
It looks a little bit 2D. Like you have that dome on top, and it's like they sort of compressed the dimensions of that half sphere so that it would like sort of make sense on a roof.
And you can see here it can go like straight, or you can turn the door like it's mod. Like see how it's like can switch, and it's got different configurations. So the door is on the right or on the left, depending. You can see in the pictures there. So
I think
I feel like they made
archway.
That dome,
sorry, I should say.
I feel like they made that dome look way too good on the box, and then this is like It's not even. It's not even
Yeah,
a dome.
It's all lighting position, man. You can light that so it looks like a dome, but it's really like the bottom of a plate.
Cool thing about this though is you could put it against like a bookshelf or something like that, and you could turn the corner. You could have it in the corner and like have something behind it that looks like a streetway into that archway, or you can modularize it to fit your shelf more, or you could have it just flat against like that, which is it. I do kind of like that, but yeah, the price I feel like is a little still a little much for 3 pieces of walls and a few accessories. But
you could make a whole building. I mean, like you can get a bunch of these, get some Navarro cantinas. Man, those went on clearance, by the way. And your HasLab, you can make a whole little thing.
The whole town.
Yeah.
And
And
there's some cool stuff going on here.
Yeah.
So this is Dagon Gera from Jedi Survivor. Badfish, did you finish that game just out of curiosity?
I'm on the very last boss, and I like played that last boss like 5-6 times.
I hear you. I had to turn down the difficulty for that last boss.
I was thinking about it, but I played it 5-6 times, and then
5-6 times.
I had a long session. I just got to it. I played for like 2.5 hours. Something. I got to him, and I was like, okay, I'll come back to this, and then I just haven't gotten back to it. So I'm gonna go back and like I'm gonna just sit down for a full 2 hours and fight him. And if I can't beat him on that difficulty, I'm gonna turn it down. But the final fight is crazy. I won't mention obviously spoilers.
It was annoying.
But
it's not this guy. So Badfish killed this guy.
Don't say anything.
This
come on.
Spoiler.
It's like 4 years old or whatever. I don't even when did that come out? Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, this guy has one arm. I was wondering how they were gonna do this, but it's freaking cool. Double lightsaber that splits apart. The paint on him is cool, but his outfit's kind of neat as well. But
he's a High Republic character, but he's in Jedi Survivor because cryo tubes exist, I guess. Something like that. That's they're an alien. They can be in Star Wars too. But
again, this is under the gaming greats. See how it's the gaming greats sticker.
So that's still a thing.
And it's number 20. And why doesn't the other? I don't know. Okay.
Because Shizor is from books, games, and comics. So like, how do you call him a gaming greats? He's basically just so Star Wars you can't even put a label on.
That
him.
is true. These are exclusively game figures.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I don't mind the cape, but again, I would be curious if it would have been fabric. But
yeah, but because it doesn't wrap around, it's not gonna get in the way that much. But I don't know, man. I just think this is a cool design. I really enjoyed the character of Dagon Gera, and like he's sort of like he's like a 90s like Bram Stoker's Dracula character. You know what I mean? Like he's sucking essence to stay alive, and like he hid in a coffin for 300 years. Like he's basically space Star Wars Dracula. He's a cool character.
This is probably the most like dynamic pose you probably want to get him in. The cape still looks good, so
yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He's a pretty cool character. The game's good. Game's definitely good. What did you think of the game, Equan? Did you beat it then?
I beat it a while ago. I got it spoiled for me before I even played the game, so I knew what was coming.
Okay,
but
don't tell me what happens after.
Okay. But I mean, this is another figure. They could they could do this figure again, but with 2 arms and a yellow lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Very good call.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a fun game though. Still, I had issues on PC though. It was laggy as hell, and they just released a patch again recently. That's might help, but yeah.
And then more Farm Boy Luke and Black Series. So you got your 3 3/4 Farm Boy Luke. You got a enlarged version of the same sort of thing. I don't think the TVC didn't have the binoculars, right?
No,
I don't think so. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, and then this has the lightsaber, of course, and the comms. I think that's molded though. The little comm thing on his hip.
I will say his hair looks a little too brown for original film, if you ask me, on this Black Series.
Yeah. It looks good though. Again, it's like the kind of I have enough of these though. I don't think I need this 6-inch version.
Yeah, there's been some good ones already. Like the one that came with the land speeder was pretty good. It was better than the 40th anniversary one anyway.
And they have some soft good versions of him too. But I tossed another picture of him in there because just with the lightsaber. And then we've got the Leia with the sculpted hood, which looks pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Over her buns. And if you go to the next one, you've got more Leia, where with her pistol, and she comes with the E11 like the Stormtrooper blaster,
Yeah.
of course. But you can take the hood down as well, and it looks pretty good.
It's kind of weird that they're
tempted to get
still
this
trying. Like they've done this figure. There's already been like a solid 2.0. Like they did it originally, it sucked, and then they updated it for the 40th anniversary collection.
Yeah.
And then it's like I feel like those were soft goods. I don't know if I like this better.
That hood was hard to get on the head with the soft goods. I think the hard shell was a better idea to get it more contoured to the head. But
I'm tempted by this. Yeah. Because also the way her dress, like her cloak sits, the way it folds over her belt is very distinct, and the way it drapes down, they're able to capture the folds in her, like the specific, like it is a very specific look to her.
Is this an all new head, or did they reuse one of their other two heads of this exact look?
If it's reused, I hope it's the updated one, but it looks good to me.
Because this was released in the archive wave not that long ago. I feel like they already had this, like, and it was the original one that no one liked with a face printing.
This is another thing actually I would probably want to talk about how they're clearly hitting these sorts of reissues though, because they're popular, but I mean they always do this. There's always a Vader, like you said, always a Luke kind of. So
yep. The TVC wave is hitting. The New Hope TVC wave already hit stores, so there's a bunch of those classic, R2, Leia, Luke on the pegs right now. Yeah, those ones. I just saw those.
See, the R2's tempting.
Yeah, those are nice.
Stupid. This is the Stap and Battle Droid. This is a 6-inch. This is Hasbro Pulse exclusive for $50. It's still in stock. You can get it. I think you can get it right now. So it's it's not a pre-order or anything. So
look out for a blue one with Clone Wars Anakin on it sometime soon.
No, for sure. I saw someone in Patreon thought these were pre-orders, and he just ordered a bunch of them, and then they just shipped them, and he just got charged immediately, and he had no idea these were in stock.
That's funny as hell. Yeah. This is pretty cool. I'm trying to think. They haven't done the 6-inch version. This is the first time they've done the 6-inch version of this.
That's right. Yep.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Obviously, it's designed to look like the episode 1 preview box of the like that came out before the movie. Although that had a green logo, not the Hasbro episode 1 Darth Maul packaging. So they're kind of screwing it up.
I have that one, the one that you're talking about.
Well, that's cooler than this. So congratulations, Badfish. Yeah. You have a piece of American cultural heritage, and that's what this is not. But if you like Black Series, this is a vehicle, so that's worth getting.
Yeah, that is cool. I feel like it had better dry brushing on the one that I had though.
Whoa, better dry brushing in 1998.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
This is the armor, obviously. I don't know how I feel about the paint job on this. I'd have to compare it to the TV show, but they usually do pretty good with these.
Like hollow wing plasticky, like the soft.
The rust doesn't look good. I don't know. This is $99, $100, but
yeah. I saw Emily put this on that stream, and the colors looked a little darker, so hopefully it'll turn out a lot less plasticky. I don't remember thinking, oh, this is really plasticky looking when she revealed it.
The metallic paints are really where they sort of lose it on these Black Series helmets. I mean, I think I've seen Adam Savage did a great video where he took the Black Series Mandalorian, and he was like, can we make this look more chrome? And they tried some like gloss varnishes on it, and once they sprayed a gloss varnish on that Black Series Mandalorian helmet, it pretty much turned into like perfect chrome. It was like shinier than even it is on the show.
Really?
So,
Wow.
so like
I've got to watch that because I
yeah.
have one of those.
it's
I
a
wanna do
weird
that.
video, but yeah, like, but
Oh.
it just shows you like but I mean, even if you look at the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, like that's a beautiful piece for $100, but like the dent is where you really see that it's plastic, because it's supposed to be like this metallic like dent, right? But you get this sort of
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
paint filled look, right? But I don't know, man. For me, it's like they're just, I feel like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel a little bit. Like, I feel like this line could live if they just reissued Stormtroopers, Vaders, and Boba Fett's till the end of time. I don't need the armor. I don't think she's cool enough. She was cool in like season 1, but now I feel like she's just plot armor, like like Baby Yoda chainmail making person who doesn't, like I like. This character is over the hill for me, and it's definitely the fault of the showrunners because they just never did anything interesting with her. But I don't know, man. It's like it's just not. It's just like stock, not Boba Fett space helmet. So it's a no for me, dog.
Kind of like it's kind of like any Stormtrooper Star Wars. Like, they should just kind of have them in stock. I feel like they should just have the Stormtrooper helmets in stock, available all the time. They should just have Stormtroopers available to buy all the time. Clones should be available all the time.
I guess they do well because they keep making them, and like I've seen all of them go on discount or clearance or something.
Yeah, but they've reissued recently the Empire Strikes Back Fett, the Rogue One Stormtrooper, and the Luke X-Wing, which are like the top tier ones, and they came out in the old boxes. So
I
like
want the X-Wing.
Yeah,
that's what I did with the
Speaking
Boba.
of,
I waited so long for that reissue.
Yeah, I want the X-Wing, but the pre-order's not till next year, and the site I want to order on it wants the whole amount. Oh, fuck. But make me big, Sean.
Yeah, but that Boba that you waited for, that is worth every penny of $100. That is a beautiful piece.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Hang on one second.
Oh, the Boba Fett helmet reissue.
Yeah,
definitely. I'm gonna grab. They did the Stormtrooper. I need to grab it, but they also recently did what the fuck was it? They reissued something else, but yeah, maybe big again. Look what came out.
Oh, you finally got your chopper.
Literally came today. I didn't realize.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't know, the chopper TVC first came out with the Ahsoka card, and it was like for some reason it was like real limited production, and they
which
sold
annoys
out of
the
it.
hell out of me. Now I have to freaking open one of these or something.
Yeah, because you don't want to open up the one that comes with the ghost.
The ghost doesn't have one. It's this one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm considering just freaking using the old one I have from the 5 POA ones.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like, because that's the thing, you can't buy 2 Sabines. Who wants 2 Sabines? You can't do that. But you don't want an extra Sabine on mural card. That's nonsense.
It's just I just wanted the mural cards, and then I want to open, or I want to sell, or I want to open the non
Just one chopper.
Yeah.
Did you
like,
get?
That's
did
all
you
I
get?
wanted to do.
Did you get one example of the Ahsoka one, or you missed it completely?
No, I ordered it on Amazon. And they said fuck you.
Damn.
I pre-ordered 2. I
Bad
think.
Fish. You know, we probably just have to come to an arrangement, because I have one, and I really don't care about it that much. So like, we'll figure something out.
Definitely. Yeah, because I pre-ordered I think 2 on Amazon. Amazon always screws me. Not always. I often get screwed by Amazon with pre-orders where it's just they'll cancel them out of nowhere. But funny enough, I found the old Doctor Doom, Marvel Legends Retro, Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, like that. I got.
Oh
from
yeah,
Amazon.
the one that came with that original, not original, but like the most recent original Fantastic Four set, right? Like
and it's like in a white box.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Recently also shot up in value, I guess, because Robert Downey Jr. is freaking
Oh yeah.
Now I'm curious, should I just hold on to it till that comes out and then
I
sell it
sold
then?
all of that stuff a long
Well,
time ago.
they also issued a 3-pack with Doctor Doom in it, the Cabal 3-pack.
Yeah, the Cabal.
So I don't care enough about Doctor Doom to probably keep that figure, so I'll probably sell it.
Yeah.
I bought it back when I was just kind of buying it. It looked cool, and it was like $30 on Amazon when you could pre-order it, and I just like, fuck it, I'll buy it, and it looked cool. It came with I like the book that it came with, because he comes with a cool like accessory. But yeah,
Alright.
that's all the Star Wars. We got a bit of NECA, more Beetlejuice. This one's the tour guide, the Bio Exorcist tour guide. $37 ish is what I heard for January next year. This is weird. It's like green bubble wrap they have for the picture there instead of green turf grass, which they didn't like some of the other people.
Yeah,
That looks weird.
Yeah.
But he comes with 2 head sculpts and then 2 face plates that go on the other head sculpt, because one comes with the hat, the tour guide hat, 6 hands, rat, a Beetlejuice flyer, which is funny, the little like Beetlejuice extermination thing, and then the Afterlife newspaper with the sandworm incidents increase. Like, that's a good accessory, and the lantern. But this is interesting. I think you just get this for the accessories. I mean, I don't necessarily see this as an iconic. This is, I think, when they first meet him, right? I haven't seen this movie in so long.
Oh yeah, it is.
But yeah, this is when they first meet him, and so it's kind of an iconic intro to him, but he's not in it long. But the accessories, I think, are worth probably just for that.
Yeah, he's in a total 17 minutes. And he comes with the little rat that he gives her and everything.
Yeah, the rat. He comes with the rat.
Yeah.
And then this is the striped suit version. This doesn't look at how. Okay, go back. Look at the sculpt on this, right? Look at it. This is a Walmart exclusive. And then go back.
This one?
Back. Other way. This one. These are the same company. Like,
I know that they reissued a bunch of their old figures.
Yes,
I don't know which one's new and which one's old.
That
so it's
one
possible
is a
they
reissue.
mixed them
You're
around.
right. The other one is a reissue. Sorry. So I don't know. I guess they maybe didn't bother changing the sculpt, but this is clearly older. And then you can get him in the wedding suit, the red wedding suit. I guess is possibly coming. But
yeah, that's the new one, the red one.
Oh, okay. But this is interesting. It comes with the handbook for the recently deceased in figure scale. He comes with a snake, but you also get a handbook like in regular, like 1-to-1 scale. Like, you can put that on the shelf, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if the original came with that, but there you go. And then the the NECA TMNT Christmas set, Walmart exclusive again. These come with cool accessory. The Christmas hats, I think, are the coolest part.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas presents, meh. I feel like you could make those really easily. Those aren't hard to make if you wanted to make Christmas presents.
But are the bodies reissues here? Because like, there's no way they're.
So.
But like the heads are like those derpy as hell, like turtles on ice type heads.
They're nightmares.
Yeah.
So I
Speaking
think this
of
is
horror,
a combination, possibly, of like Secret of the Ooze and then maybe the concert turtles.
Mm-hmm. The legs are definitely new because they have those like winter like shin covers. I don't know why, even though the rest of their body's exposed. That makes no sense. Why they need winter leggings. But yeah,
they have sneakers on, which is weird because like no way those turtle feet are fitting in those tiny sneakers that they have on. And yeah, they have little 80s leg warmers on, so there is some difference there. But
when is NECA gonna make the female member of the Turtles from the TV show? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
I'll order that. Yeah.
When
this, go ahead. Yeah.
when they do the whole what is it? Power Rangers in Space Turtles thing.
Dude, I feel like
Do you remember
this
that
is,
show?
but I feel like this is lower quality. Like this is lower on the tiers of Turtles content than the TV show.
Oh, this was
Like-
like a VHS special. It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah.
this is
the
like
Dimension Xmas Vacation.
yeah, like the Turtles on Oprah is like higher on the totem pole than this.
Wow.
Which is like
That's hilarious.
if you've never seen the Turtles on Oprah, like do yourself a favor. It is the most unhinged thing ever. Old Oprah used to be like Jerry Springer, basically. Like it was like it gets highly inappropriate with children asking the Turtles
God.
questions on stage. It's crazy.
The this is the packaging is very cool for this. It does come with the Christmas lights, the scarves, presents, framed pizza, sorry, skateboard belt, manhole cover, and extra hands. But the packaging is cool. I just feel like it could have came with a little bit more for like being Christmas figures. But
yeah.
I think if you're a Christmas, there's the little feet. There's no way those little feet are fitting in there. But I'm a big Christmas person, so I have certain figures that are like Christmas figures, and I do like having them on the shelf around that time. And it would be kind of cool to have Christmas turtles. The lights are cool, but I don't know. They haven't announced the price. These are coming soon to Walmart.
Oh, they're up. They're $150.
Oh, they are?
Yep.
I couldn't find the price. But if you can find it there, Equan, that'd be great.
Oh
But
yeah.
Those
either
heads
way,
You can,
though,
or,
I
you can
think
order
this
them
is
right
a
now.
pass for me.
Are you sure?
I
You can order
think.
them right now. Badfish live PO.
The
As
heads
cool
are
as
too
the Christmas
janky,
hats
man.
are, yeah, they look too big, and the faces are too scary.
Oh look, it's still in stock.
How much?
$150.
Oh yeah,
Here.
fuck that. That's gonna be like 200.
Here,
Canadian.
order that.
Hell no. You probably just Facebooked me, right?
It's in the
Put it
private chat.
Private chat.
Okay. So this is the. We'll very quickly hit on this because we talked about it the last two shows. The McFarlane Spawn Kickstarter. It hit all the goals apparently. Just at the very end, I guess in the ninth hour, it got everything. Apparently, Equan, I thought for some reason it didn't miss, but it apparently did. It got 10,800.
I checked.
Backers with
I checked like 15 minutes beforehand.
2,048,000.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
Go ahead.
I was just 10,863 and 10,863 backers at $2,048,000.
So, but just for mine, from roughly, do you recall how much that jumped since our last show 2 weeks ago? Like, was it anywhere near that? Is it a big increase since then?
I think there's 8,000 last show. 8,000.
Okay, and sorry, and what is it now?
10,800.
Okay, so people weren't that perturbed by it, and I obviously called it that there's no way this was coming out without all those accessories because they already showed them, and it was by all accounts a big success so far. So, but it's still a bit of a generic figure that's not too far more advanced than their regular line for what you're paying, but at least it has a war chest of accessories at this stage. That's cool.
I texted Badfish 15 minutes before to make sure he got his order in. And when I did, I saw that the Morningstar was not unlocked and maybe like a head and a chest plate.
Yeah.
But I guess they at the very end, they just said you get everything, which I feel like maybe that was their intent in the first place.
I feel like
So
they
you're
had to.
But are you saying it wasn't like clearly linked up with number of backers for each accessory? Like at some point they were just like, we concede, you're just getting everything.
They never
hit our goal, I
gave
guess, give it to
specific
them.
numbers. They just said, "Oh, this is unlocked today. We met this number here. It's unlocked today. Any morning." And then at one point it was every $250,000, and then that slowed way down. So then it was just like, "Oh, now 100,000 we're unlocking something." So I think it just they said at the end, "Fuck it," because they calculated 3 to 3.5 million depending on the rate of what they were releasing them at. Because sometimes they release 2 accessories, like they did. Like either way, they initially thought it would be 3 million if it kept at that pace, but
So
it
is
ended
it
up being
over?
2.
Yeah,
it ended
it over.
today this
Mhm.
morning.
Okay.
But
And
yeah,
is
I
this like a
didn't get one,
HasLab where
no.
is this so you can't order it now? That's how it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, but that'll
So-
be it for that one. Sorry, Equan, you anything else to say?
No, you covered everything.
Yeah, I think it's like Chris said, it's a little. I don't think, looking back at it, it's just a figure. It's not a playset. It's not a vehicle. It's like, okay, it's a little lackluster.
But you get one that's unpainted.
That
Oh,
even
you
got
know what?
changed.
They upgraded or maybe changed that because now it has silver paint instead of
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Instead of just
artist-proof
gray.
paint. Yeah.
right at the end.
I don't know if I like that better, but anyway.
It
Yeah.
looked
I didn't
better
order
to
it.
me.
It looked nice, yeah.
Yeah, it looked better than the flat matte gray or whatever. It was like a little.
Had
All right,
texture.
guys. We are right at an hour and 25 minutes. We're going to jump into some Marvel Legends. We have Mattel's WWE figures and then some Hot or Not on the way out of this. So I'm just going to do my best to fly through some of this Marvel Legends stuff really quick. So the first thing we have is the Inhumans Marvel Legends Lockjaw and Marvel's Crystal Action Figure 2-pack. This is going to be $69.99 due out this October. Honestly, the only reason I would want this is because of Lockjaw. And if I'm going to go ahead and pay this price, I might as well try to find the Black Bolt Lockjaw Mezco version that was out several years ago. But I think it's cool that they're bringing him back. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of love. The last time I remember seeing him, he sacrificed himself. And that's all we saw. And I don't know. I've been out of comics too long now to know if he's come back and done anything. But you're going to get an extra head sculpt for Crystal. You're going to get her fire and I guess like smoky magic hand accessories. She has 2 extra hands. Lockjaw has his electric little antenna, and then he has an extra faceplate with just the teeth showing. And then he has 2 other legs where you could have him sitting down. The main portrait is one of him smiling, if you will, with his tongue out. And other than that, I feel like Crystal's pretty lacking in a lot of spots. But I guess it's a lot of Marvel stuff lately.
Yeah. Expensive, but I need them because I got Black Bolt and Medusa and Karnak. So I need Crystal and I need Lockjaw. So it's expensive, but I have to get it.
I'd be in it for just Lockjaw. I don't know if I want to spend $70 on it, but
It's a lot, yeah.
How much is a normal Marvel Legend now?
25?
yeah, 25.
So yeah, so this is 35 a pop if you split. Obviously he's more, so yeah. Either way, this is cool though. The dog's cool as hell. Lockjaw.
Yeah.
And then this guy kind of got a little bit of I don't know if you call it hate. I mean, at least here in San Antonio, one of the groups, they were kind of hating on this guy. But the Marvel Legends Dragon Man, this is going to be $84.99. The ship date for this is August 15th, but they also have a pre-order date for this to order it by October 17th. And I let me rephrase what I said. The August 15th date is 2025. And then they said to order it by 10/17/2024. This is going to come with 6 accessories, including 2 alternate wings, 2 alternate hands, wearable glasses, and a book. And I think this looks really cool. I think it's going to be a huge hunk of plastic, and I don't know if I'd call it impressive. It's impressive of a figure, maybe not so much dynamically, but I think it's pretty cool.
I just like how they didn't make this like a HasLab. They just made an open pre-order because it's just a figure, McFarlane. It's just a figure, so you can just like, get some pre-orders and make how much for, with a cutoff date.
Mm-hmm.
So this is I remember having the old one. It's over 10 years ago. And
Was it
I think
Toy Biz?
it was Toy Biz. Was it Toy Biz? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think so. But I remember checking prices on it, and it was going for like $300 on the aftermarket.
Wow.
Damn.
So $85, not too bad for an upgrade, and you don't have to chase that one. So
Yeah, the people thought this was going to be a couple $100. Like one person I saw estimating 300 for this, and it's 10 inches tall apparently too. So it's pretty
see,
cool.
this gives me hope. Hopefully, they can do a Fing Fang Foom like this.
Oh, that would be so
I would
cool.
get that. I need that so bad.
Surprised
Hopefully
people are
not
hating
in
on
a
this for
HasLab, though.
$85.
Hopefully, not in a HasLab. Yeah.
I don't know what else you would put in that.
Yeah.
Next we got a ROM teaser, and I'm torn on it. I feel like it's ROM, so it's cool. You know, it's kind of old school vintage kind of stuff. And this Equan, help me out real quick. I don't know if you remember this, but the ROM, the Space Knights came from ROM, right?
Correct.
Is that what
yes.
it is?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I remember the Venom book, the Space Knights, and they would reference them every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's part of the.
And
Yeah.
just, I don't know, like, I know they're kind of like boxy machine alien kind of guys, but this looks real basic, you know? So I hope they come out with some of the other ones, because some of the other ones actually looked really cool, you know, in the comics and stuff. So
Yeah, they're really expanding out because they did Chris Star, which is like obscure thing, not really Marvel universe related, and they got Rom, and I'm used to seeing him like in all silver, so I don't remember this look. Maybe that's his thing, but yeah. Mm-hmm. But
What
I'm
is
just
this
glad they're.
from again?
They did an old comic, Rom the Space Knight.
What was it, like late 80s, early 90s, something like that?
Yeah, that was like 80s, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty old, but yeah.
And then the next thing we have are the Marvel Legends Secret Wars figures. These are going to be $24.99 each, and this is due out in January 1 of next year. And this will include Spider-Man, Titania, which is, we'll go back through these, but that's her, the Beyonder, and then Wolverine, Captain America, which I think is the better one of all of these figures, and then it has an Iron Man. So
okay, I'm ignorant.
Spider-Man sold out like freaking everywhere, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and a few of these are sold out now.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, what's the deal with the shields with their faces on them?
So that is a if I remember correctly, that's a nod to the Toy
old
Biz
figures,
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
They came with holographic discs. Like,
Yeah.
it's not an accessory, it's like a little bonus little thing that came with every figure.
Yeah, you know how
Right.
like Star Wars
Like a
came with those
lenticular
coins or whatever.
Nothing
this is their version
related
of it.
to the actual Secret Wars story.
But
Mhm.
they can hold them as if they're shields now.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a new thing. But I pre-ordered all of these. I need all these. And I need them in the card package too, so I got 2 of each.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that Spider-Man is pinless.
Oh,
It looks amazing. I need
want
that
the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man really badly, actually.
the Spider-Man
but
looks so cool.
I like him humming and hawing, and now I think I can't get it, so. But we'll see.
There was this guy in a local group here. He was like, y'all are seriously gonna order these again?" And I'm like, "Dude,
Yeah.
shut
Yeah.
up."
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly, and that's exactly what Zach said too. He's
Well,
like, "Yes."
there's for some of them, yes, some of them are, but Spider-Man, they always do another Spider-Man. But the Wolverine, it is a different suit and whatnot. Like, this is a unique character. I don't think they've done her before,
Nope.
right? Like, so there are unique things here. Same with the other dude. Like, I don't think he's ever been done before. Like, so I don't
The
know. some of these
Beyonder,
characters.
yes.
Beyonder,
Beyonder and Titania haven't been done.
Titania.
Yeah. So, and then Cap, obviously, that's a repaint, but it's a cool version of Cap. I like the Wolverine, the paint, like the black on his boots. And
His
stuff.
shoulders are
Mhm.
huge.
The little smirk.
I love that smirk. Yeah.
Yeah, and the extra sculpt, not bad, but I would definitely boot the mask. And then the Spider-Man had 6 hands too. And then if you go, Cap had the broken shield.
That broken shield's legit. I
Yeah,
really
it
like
looks
that a
pretty
lot.
good. The sculpt looks pretty good with the scaled armor. I don't know. I think that's a cool cap. So, and man, that's even I kind of forgot he was in there. And then he's got the 6 hands too, with the salute and the pointing finger and a
Oh, yeah.
grimace sculpt and a smiling sculpt. And then you got pieces of the shield too. It's not just the broken up. And then the Iron Man is kind of weak to me, but he is a cool classic Iron Man. But I also am not a huge fan of this color.
Is that a new head
scheme
sculpt?
I just
I don't
like
remember
Yeah.
seeing those little cuts in the
Yeah.
cheeks.
The last time they did a figure like that was the 80th anniversary one, the one from a
Yes.
while ago.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
Cap,
right.
Thor, and Iron Man.
Yep, I got him right over there.
Yeah, man, I love those figures. Yeah, they keep doing variations of this, but his the yellow rounded parts
got the
are pointy in some of
rollerblades.
them. And oh yeah, rollerblades.
The rollerblade. I
Yeah,
just saw that.
rollerblades.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I was wondering if that's what those were.
yeah.
This is. I'm tempted to get some version of a classic Iron Man. I don't think I'll get this because it's more. I'd rather just find another one of the many versions they did,
Yeah,
or we'll do another one. But I've been tempted by the classic Iron Man a few times.
I was kind of disappointed in this particular one. I think
Yeah, it's-
the extra like accessories that it comes with, because I mean, a lot of times you get an Iron Man and he has like one extra hand and then two blaster hands, you know, with the stuff.
I
And
feel they've done this better.
This has like a what is that, like a machine gun bazooka kind of
Yeah.
It's like
thing.
yeah,
it's like a
weird.
arm cannon. I think you can
Cannon.
put those
Yeah,
both of those repulsors in the in those slots.
that would be legit.
Makes sense.
That'd be cool.
I think the box looks great. I mean, I kind of like the older versions of these better. I mean, I had the I had the Cap, I had the Spider-Man, and I had that old toy. Well, it's not related to this one, but I had that old Toy Biz 3 3/4 Iron Man, where it had the Tony Stark head and had like the helmet piece that goes up to here, and you pop off the helmet. And
Yeah.
my
had
kids
those
got a hold
too.
of that one.
This
I think they just struck gold with all of these. I mean, they knew. I mean, people are
Yeah.
buying this up, like Badfish was saying. They just need to do this for his DC superpowers too, and like this. McFarlane, come on.
Interesting nod though, knowing that Secret Wars is supposed to come out in the MCU.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely ramping up to that for a reason.
Those squinty eyes on that Spider-Man look great though.
Yeah, I really like the Spider-Man. I feel like the Iron Man, like you said, they've done a better version of it before. But very cool.
In the same
Packaging
colors.
especially very cool.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to get this Spider-Man just because I have a bunch of the other retro carded Spider-Man.
And so the last
this
thing we have with Marvel Legends is the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man and Marvel's Vulture 2-pack. This is going to be $49.99, and it's available now on Hasbro Pulse.
I do and don't want this. God damn it.
Oh, I just noticed the
Oh yeah,
mask.
The mask, the loose mask, yeah.
Yeah.
is that like Flash Thompson's head or something? That looks like a different. That's not Peter Parker.
Yeah, I was trying to discern that. I'll go on the page right now and figure out what it is, but
Those
it's definitely was looking at that too.
Also, now every time I see a Spider-Man Marvel Legends figure, I just look to see if he has toe articulation, and if he doesn't, he's the older body model, and also the shoulders too. You can kind of see that little, the gappage. Yep. So I think they use the older Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They should have used the new body.
I really.
It's been
don't
out for
like that
years.
gap. God, it looks bad on this other picture.
Yep.
Oof. The Vulture looks cool, but I think and the packaging is cool, but they'll probably
Yep, it's got
redo
that VHS.
They'll probably
pack.
redo him, I think.
And this is the final VHS package.
Oh,
Really?
is it?
So after this, they're done.
I haven't.
You know,
gotten
I thought
any
it
of
was
the
a cool.
VHS.
I thought it was a cool concept. It wasn't for me, you know. I mean, you're definitely targeting those old collectors with who this was like the heyday of Spider-Man for them, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without it, I wouldn't have had an Aunt May figure, which is an interesting one to have in the collection.
Is it aged Spider-Man?
Is that what it's
No.
supposed to be?
I
Like
don't
an
know.
older Peter Parker.
No, that's older version of Vulture. he attempts to steal his youth, but he ends up losing it. Yeah, and Flash Thompson. Yeah,
And Flash Thompson.
Oh, okay.
there it is. On Mask Flash Thompson. So yeah, the mask for Peter is cool and the Vulture is cool, but yeah, I think I gotta pass on this.
All right, and then the last thing to round out the show, guys, before Hot or Not, we have some WWE Elites. There are some other lines that had dropped, so I only added some of the more interesting things that I thought were kind of cool. But there is a whole new WWE Elites line that has been teased and showed some pretty decent pictures of. But the first one is the Imperium Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci WWE Elite 2-pack. This is going to be $50, due out early this October. And I think this is a cool set. I just think it's a little too late. And, you know, it's kind of hard for them to be right on cue with it. But for those of you who follow wrestling, Vinci is no longer part of the Imperium Gunther group. Just Ludwig is still around. But the box looks pretty cool. It's got the eye for the Imperium, kind of like their intro does, and several hands for 2 hands for Vinci and 4 extra for Ludwig, and then their Imperium shirts, Ludwig Kaiser shirts, and their jackets. And if this was a little bit closer towards like Gunther still having the Intercontinental Championship, I think it would have been a better drop because these guys were still hanging around him. But now that Vinci's not in there and it's just Ludwig, and I don't even think Ludwig wears any of the colors anymore. I think it's kind of late, but kind of still cool for those guys who like the Imperium group. And then the next one is the Steiner brothers, Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, WWE Ultimate Edition. These are going to be $74 for the 2-pack, and it's due out late November. And again, several hands, 2 extra head sculpts for both of them, and the yellow Letterman style jackets for them. This is also going to be a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, as was the Imperium set as well. So only on Ringside Collectibles. And if you're going to look at getting these individually, you could probably find them somewhere around $35 on their site.
Dude, that sculpt where he's screaming, it's like,
oh my God.
His jaw looks dislocated.
what is happening?
I forgot Scott Steiner had a haircut like that. Oh my God. That is.
And then he when did he move to that chainmail?
That was like much later. That was like in the 2000s.
Wow. I didn't realize that was it was that different.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he needed that
had black
haircut.
hair.
Yeah. When he changed his hair to like white, he looked completely different.
Oh yeah.
Now, yeah.
And then there's the box if you buy that 2-pack set. So I mean, this looks really cool. And then the final one we have is the main event, Jey Uso WWE Top Picks 2025 Wave 1. This is going to be $27.99 on Ringside Collectibles. This is due out early November. And I'm actually really happy to see a main event Jey Uso. The only complaint that I have about this is you don't have his yeet hands, right? And it's still main event. He wears the yeet now on his shirt, but you don't have the yeet hands and you don't have the glasses. But other than that, I still think I'm going to end up picking this guy up just because I need him in the collection until they make the yeet shirt and the hands that he uses for that. And there he is in the top picks. This also includes Roman Reigns and...
Again? Jesus.
Well, and it's the one they just released.
Okay.
It's the one they just released with the championship. Let me see if I can find this.
Oh my
really
gosh. They put him in like every wave, man. I see him at Target and Walmart all the time.
It's
some version of him.
Seth Rollins. That's what it is. Let me do this real quick.
And side note, while Sean's doing that, I was checking Walmart.com. You know that Sting, that Sting Ultimate Edition, but AEW style.
Mm-hmm.
that's finally in stock, so I was able to pick that up.
The one with the entrance ramp.
No, he has like multiple head sculpts. He's got like a like soft goods jacket.
So this is the one I was talking about. So there's that main event Jey Uso, and then the Seth Rollins. And I guess the cool thing about Seth Rollins is like I guess kind of like Iron Man. He always wears something different, right? He always has like a different suit out there, and so that's cool to see that. But I'm definitely gonna pass on this Seth Rollins. But there's the tribal chief himself, the Roman Reigns, which was just released with the same belt and the same set of hands. I'm really not sure on what the difference on this is, especially since like we have the new OTC tribal chief Roman Reigns now running around SmackDown, but they just released this guy as a regular version with the belt. So
now I'm going to see him with the belt and without the belt on the pegs at Walmart.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
definitely. All the people who go and return it just for the belt.
Yep.
So that is it, guys, for the show. We got some hot or not real quick, and we'll get into those Patreonies. So the first one is the Mezco Beetlejuice. I don't know yet. I don't even want to say hot or not. I want to see these head sculpts in person to really make a good decision on it, because if Toy Collector said that it looks better in person, I'm going to believe him, but I want to see it for myself because I was not impressed. Even if it's the lighting, you're not selling me on those pictures. What do you guys think?
Oh man, I like on record, I do not like their photos for this. Other than, I mean, the carousel head photos are kind of better than the ones where he's like hanging around the model graveyard. But I'm going hot just for the carousel head because like that's one of the most, like, I would just set him up like that and leave him, man. That's one of the most memorable parts of that movie. He comes out of the ground, he says, "Welcome, Kmart shoppers," or something like that. And it's like, and then he just kills two people, that's just, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good part of the movie. It's a very elaborate look for 20 seconds, but I think it's hot just because the abundant accessories and set pieces that he comes with. But I wish the photos were better because they'd probably be hyping people up more. But hot.
Yeah, I would say hot just because of the accessories. It has a light up base, unlike the hot toys now. But yeah, they're just doing some cool stuff with this. The suit looks pretty good for the scale, so I'll say hot for it. The price though, I guess, is a little bit. We'll
155.
say hot though.
Yeah. I guess I'll say hot too because I pre-ordered it. So
Live pre-order?
No, I pre-ordered on Entertainment Earth just in case because I don't know if I want to keep it or not. Other places they have an NRD for it, so I don't want to be that committed. But I would pose it in the carousel with the step right up pose. So, yep.
That's yeah.
All right, so in the next one, we have the NECA Beetlejuice. We said this was the 88 version, or is this the new version?
Well, this is the
from
88.
original movie.
Yeah,
It's the Bio Exorcist version.
Yeah, the tour guide. But yeah.
I'm going to go hot. I really like this one. I like it with the accessories and the newspaper and the lantern and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I'll go hot just because you got to have your econo version of 1/12 Beetlejuice, and like NECA's still somewhat reasonably priced, but don't play yourself and get that Walmart exclusive version. But this one is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely hot. It's Beetlejuice. This is a Beetlejuice household, so we get Beetlejuice stuff here.
ooh, 3 times. Good for you.
Oh wow, yeah. There
Said
you
the
go.
name 3 times.
Yeah, I would agree. It's this one is hot too. So I just like the accessories and it's cool. It's cool, especially for cheap enough price.
And then we have the SHFiguarts Beetlejuice, and he's a little porcelain looking, but I don't know. I'd like to see more of them, but I'm gonna go hot at least right now.
Yeah, this is the only one of the three I'm going not, even though I used him for the thumbnail, because this photo is objectively the best photo of all three of these Beetlejuice figures that have been shown in this episode. But this one's just, it's I like the sort of slightly animated look to the face, but it has the least going on of all the available options, at least as far as we know right now. So I'm going not on this one.
I'm going not as well. Just the sculpt, the face sculpt and whatnot. It's just a little too cartoony, and the suit. Not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hot just because of the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt is really the redeeming quality of the thing that's saving it. So I'll stick with that, and it's also Beetlejuice, and it's got to be really bad for me to not like it.
Nice.
All right, and then we got those NECA Christmas turtles. I think with the amount of accessories that they have, and I really like those Christmas lights on them. So I think I'll go hot with these guys. I wouldn't be something that I'd pick up, but I still think it's a really cool thing.
I'm going not, but I'm going to use the remaining 8 seconds to remind you to watch the Turtles on Oprah.
And I'm so torn. Like, I almost want to say, we don't do this often. I almost want to say like lukewarm, just because like I kind of like the accessories and stuff. But man, 150 though, I'm definitely not getting this thing. And it's not I should have put the picture in with him with the crotches on these are nuts.
Oh my god,
they're like the crotch
so low. Holy,
they're
crap.
like very banana-esque. Like, I don't know what they're doing with the sculpt on that, but I actually go check it out. So yeah, we probably couldn't put it on YouTube. We would have got demonetized. So. But yeah, this is lukewarm. The accessories are cool. The sculpts are scary, and that crotch is in your face. But yeah, I'm gonna go lukewarm, I guess.
I'm gonna say not, because I have to draw a line somewhere. Because I got that coming out of their shells thing, and I think that's it. No, I can't go lower than this.
Although,
I love you drawing a line in the sand,
dude. If they made a box set with these guys without the Christmas gear and a Oprah, that would be purchase worthy.
Dude, if she gave her a license for a figure, that'd be incredible.
Oh man, yeah.
See,
also, 150 is too expensive. Yeah.
You have the concert coming out of the shells thing.
Yeah. I do.
That came with a T-shirt though, right? And like a lanyard and all that stuff, right?
It was weird because they came with a box that didn't have the figures that had the T-shirt and lanyard, and they sold the box with the figures with the T-shirt and lanyard.
Yes.
It's like, why would you want the box without the figures? I didn't understand that. But yeah, and then the box turned into like a little stage, so you can put them on there and display them rocking out. Yeah, it had a lot of accessories, so that's what saved them.
That one I got as well. And that was just because of the accessories, and I was in the turtle hype as well, obviously. But that one to me is a cooler set. And you got now they haven't said this might come with a T-shirt, a Christmas shirt, and they haven't, because this is still like to be TBA kind of like they haven't announced a price when it's coming. I think it's going to be shipped before the end of the year, you would think.
All right, so then we have the TVC Mos Eisley, Streets of Mos Eisley playset. I'm going not on this. I feel like you get some foam board and make it look better than what this is.
Wow.
Wow.
This guy's going to do a dark wash, and he's talking about making foam board and everything now.
As someone who has built a Tatooine building myself and like fully constructed it and used plaster on it and weathered it myself and painted it, I still think this is like kind of hot, and I think I'm obligated to buy it because I have the cantina, so I have to make sure that it doesn't perfectly fit on the outside of the cantina exterior, and then I'll regret not buying it.
It's got the same 3 plugs.
Yeah, it might be a first. That. Yeah, they should have announced it if it did match up, but like they did that one, like when they have the part of Jabba's palace where Han Solo is frozen in carbonite, and it doesn't really
I
match
fucking
or
need that
connect
thing now.
with the throne room. But it feels like maybe they learned their lesson there, and this is actually meant to connect with that in some way. Hopefully, I'm going hot on this.
Yeah, I would say hot. I agree with Sean. You could probably do this and make it look better on your own, but that is a lot of man hours to do that. You could get
definitely.
this for the price it is. It's a little up there, but it's not terrible. What was it, 60? I think I said so. And you could put a dark wash and do some weathering on it. It would look better, and probably better than what I would do with plaster and whatnot. So I'll say hot, and it's. I like to see more of these play sets from
Yeah,
Hasbro.
100%. I definitely like them doing more ships and play sets.
Yeah.
I said I swore off, like swore that I was just gonna get the ships, and then I ended up backing the cantina. So now I'm on this slippery slope, and now I have to get this too. So, yay!
And then all the aliens. What is 100 of them or something like that?
I'm not doing that. No thanks. If they release a new one, then I'll get the new ones. But no,
Just buy
I'll
all the
draw
Power
a
of the
line
Force
somewhere.
I've already
No.
started.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, hot, and I'm drawing a line. If it's new, I'll get the new aliens. If it's old, I'm not going backwards.
Are you gonna buy the? Did you get that Cantina Band 7-pack? That's
Oh
new.
God.
That's on
Thanks.
Pulse now, right?
Thanks.
Yeah,
but they don't have a stage, right? For them to.
well, they don't even have a physical location in the cantina because they're from a separate shoot, but that's a whole separate can of worms.
We'll get.
Great.
I'll hire
I'll take a
Sean to
look.
make it. Cut it out. Cut some foam board and stuff, and get him to do it. Make a stage.
There you go.
I could do a mean 1D drawing.
What do I search on
figures.
Hasbro for that band? Star Wars band.
I don't know if it's still up. You might have missed it again, man. But yeah, it's one of those like troop builder boxes.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it was up already or what, but I remember. I'll see if I can.
Well, it probably costs half of what the cantina costs. That's the
Yeah,
funny
that's the
part.
problem.
and it's the same
freaking,
figure
like,
7
$80.
times.
It's in stock. The modal nodes. Great.
It's on. It's on Pulse.
Yeah.
There's 7 aliens right there.
But yeah, I'm tempted to fill my cantina. We can talk about this maybe. I'm tempted to fill my cantina with just some of the Power of the Force ones, even because, I mean, there's going to be so many things in there. You don't need the most detailed version necessarily of some of these characters. Some of them are only going to be in TVC, but can you link that icon on Facebook to me, please?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the Small Talk Instagram, you can see a photo I took of some older Cantina aliens. They still look pretty good, man.
Yeah, I don't know. We can maybe talk about this. I don't know if, I mean, I could put it out there if this is, we kind of talk about this already on the show when we talk about what we're getting and whatnot. But I wonder if having a show topic about collection, like our collection direction, where what we're planning for our collection rooms, whether it be like, for me and Equan, we have like, he's got freaking module cases coming and all that, and how maybe talking about how he wants to set those up, and then for me, like how I plan on redoing my basement and whatnot, and for you, Chris, I think you're moving soon, so how you might want to set up in the new place.
Yeah, that's a good idea for a topic, but
we could
yeah,
revisit it like every couple months, like maybe every 4 or 5 months or something, and see how it changes, and give us it helps give me perspective on what should I actually be buying. What am I actually visualizing? What do I want on the shelf? So
you're saying, Equan, you said you need this, right? That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, I
we
do.
all do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's in the slippery slope, but he's drawing and he's not filling the canteen up.
This is it. No going back.
Then he'll sell all his turtles for double what he bought, and he'll buy some more Star Wars, right?
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, so the next thing we have is the Marvel Legends series Dragon Man. This was $85. I'm going hot on this. I think it looks really cool. It's a lot of cool plastic, just like the design of it. Thank God it's not $200-300 like people were saying. But I think it's a real deep dive into old Marvel comics.
I'm a old Marvel Philistine, and I don't recognize this from the Disney cartoon series Gargoyles, so I don't know what this is. And it doesn't look like the NECA figures that I have. And I don't know. I mean, I like the sculpting on the shoulders and all that, but the proportions look a little weird to me. So I'm going not.
Wow. I try not to factor in price too much when we look at hot or not, because I'm just looking at whether it's cool or not. But sometimes the price has to be factored in because it could be so much or it can be a good one. Like, this is a very good price for what you're getting. You're getting swap out wings. I think swap out hands too, and then the book and the glasses. So sculpt is looking great with those scales and whatnot. So 10 inches tall at the price. We're going hot for sure.
I'm on the fence. I don't know if I need to buy this. It's a very deep cut Fantastic Four character, but maybe I should just. I'm gonna slow down. I'm not gonna get this. I'll get the band instead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, this is a very deep cut. I have never seen this before, but it looks good, so, and it could have been a freaking Haslab.
Could have.
Yeah. Glad you're getting the band. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's on pre-order, so that's part of my rule. If it's new, I'll get it.
Look at that.
Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm actually.
Equan, it's actually the first time the band has had all 7 members in one go. It's been sold before and with less articulation, 5 members, but this is the true full band as seen in the film.
That's what I'm
7
tempted
members.
just to get, because then you just got it and it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, one instrument is missing, but it comes with the cantina. So it's pretty much perfect.
Oh,
so the first appearance was Fantastic Four number 35, November 1964.
Yeah.
That explains the proportions. They're 60s proportions. 60s comic art proportions. Yeah.
All right, and the last one we have is the main event, Jey Uso. I'm just a huge Jey Uso fan, so this is coming home with me as soon as I find it, although it does not have the hands or the Yeet shirt yet, and they'll probably release one with that not far after this, but I don't mind having both of them and then maybe trying to get rid of this one a little bit later. I'm going hot for these.
Well, I don't, yeah, I actually, I don't know a whole lot about this, but Sean seemed convinced that it's cool, so I'll also go hot. That's about it.
I'm gonna go not just. I don't like the sculpt on it. His arms are so round in the other pictures you were showing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just too. It kind of reminds me of the Spider-Man. They're just so. They're too out there from the body. They're kind of funny looking.
Isn't that this whole line though?
Yeah, I feel maybe.
I mean,
but
most of the figures are like that.
Yeah.
I maybe I'm gonna have that. I think I've had that complaint before. I've put one of these in the not category maybe for that before, but the tattoos aren't cool enough to push me over into the hot. So
unlike who was it, CM Punk's that we saw a couple of times, maybe like 2 months ago or so, his were very defined, lots of colors and stuff like that too.
Nice. I'm gonna say not just because, well, it's a good looking figure, but my rule is attitude era, and I'll cherry pick current stuff. So I'll get so I'll get the Judgment Day. Oh man, I don't know. This is pretty closely related now, so maybe we'll see. I don't know, man. I gotta stop buying everything. I gotta save some money
until you find the next thing.
Yeah. Gosh.
All right, guys. Let's shout out these Patreonies here. We got Captain Fordo, Ian Seaby, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valen, Serena, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Straw Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Gun Figs, Badfish, Joe Corpus, Luke Skywalker, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Big Fern, Cecil Madokin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomowski, Rick DiGregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Alan Morgan, Takathri, Wah, Derek B, Eric Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Arelis Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sith Scale Collector, Jared how did we say it?
Gagne.
Gagne,
Yeah.
Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Trevor Weed, another Jared Garnier, Mark Clavenger, Don Matan, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and Gigi the Judgmental. And your September-October benefits are the Ox Joker and the Dark Timeline sticker.
The Ox Joker's too funny.
And if you want to become one of our Patreon members, you can start with the hot seat at $5. This is going to get you the digital stuff like the Patreon chat and Ox After Dark and weekly shoutouts. $7.50 is going to get you stickers sent straight to your door in the previous tiers. You'll also get Ox After Dark replays. For $15, you're going to get Certified Crispy. This includes the Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge, assistance with figure fixes by Zach, and benefits of the previous tiers. Stickers will be sent every other month. International postage will be charged at cost for the certificate. And then the What a Guide tier. This is going to get the Pog Deluxe set. These are very limited right now. And then doubles of all the stickers we send. Benefits of the previous tiers and international postage above $5 will be charged at cost for the Pogs. Stickers will be sent every other month. And then we have our YouTube members, starting with Alvin, Absolute or Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Henson, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ, Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gar Bear, Good Ol' Spotchika, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Cards, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez. Happy birthday to Money Mendez, by the way. OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 16 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Full, S Beam, Sam Gist, Scarn Lord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Russ, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus.
Shout out! I didn't know it's Eddie's birthday today.
Yep.
Happy birthday, buddy, Jumbo. Didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
I don't go on Facebook ever, so I didn't see it.
And then for our YouTube members, we have the Patreonies only for 99 cents with the loyalty badges, or $2.99 for the Peanut Gallery if you are not. And then these are all of the shows. We got Collecting Weekly live on Tuesdays, After Dark on Wednesdays, Small Talk and Movie Nights on Thursdays. Chris, what do we got coming up?
Yeah, well, for movie night, Classy Thomas has been out of commission for a couple weeks. He had some medical issues. I've been told that Mr. Ben Thomas just blew up his phone until he picked it up, and he is all right. But he was taking some time to recover. I'm not sure if he's gonna be back next week, so I'm exploring other options. I can't tell you what movie we're going to do right now because we're working it out with whoever my co-host is going to be at the moment. So it's sort of up in the air. But yeah, man, it's going pretty good. The Oxfather joined me for our last episode, which was all about the 1988 horror classic Pumpkinhead, directed by Stan Winston. And I think we had a really fun chat. So if you missed the last CW movie night, it's about Pumpkinhead, and Zach's on it, and you should check it out.
Very
Just glad
nice.
we heard that you got somebody got a hold of him, so it's good to hear.
Yeah, man.
And then on Friday, we have those Friday Night Faithfuls at Just Another Friday Nights. We got Question of the Week and Mind Flayer Web, the D&D. How's that going, Badfish?
We had to skip last week because I had the toy show, and I wanted to do it Friday. It just didn't work out, so I was too optimistic with that. But basically, we should be back on this Saturday we're getting closer and closer to the end of finishing that, so we'll be figuring out what to do after that. So I think we've got some ideas brewing though, so we'll see what happens.
And if you would like to send us your figure photography, you could do so at our Instagram at smalltalkcw.
Yeah, man. The Instagram's been picking up a little steam. I want to say, like, you know, Frazetta Girls, who the company that made that Tigra figure, shared 2 small talk posts in the last week. You know, I went on the Frazetta Girls
Hey.
Facebook page, and one of my photos was the top post on their Facebook page. That
Nice.
you know, just like Yoda, man, that brought warm feelings to my heart. You know,
Nice.
there's sure. Do I get any
Congrats.
money? Do I get any money for it? No. But it's pride, man. And you know what? It didn't take me that long to take that picture. And it's cool to see some of your favorite companies engage with you online just because you took a few shots. So
You
highly
get your-
recommend it.
You get your one day of fame until the post gets bumped down and down and down.
Yeah, man. What can you do? But listen, if you know take a shot of a new figure, and when you tag us so that we share it, also tag the company that made the figure that you're shooting, because you never know, a post can blow up if they share it.
All right, guys, that is the show. 2 hours and 11 minutes, a little bit better than what we would normally do. But you guys got any quick shout outs before we take off?
Yeah, I got one. I'm posting the link to the turtles on Oprah in the chat, and that's it.
Awesome.
Equan, Badfish.
No, I got nothing. Badfish, all you.
Nothing crazy. Shout out to Equan for joining us again.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Got us another wrestling fan as well that can give us some knowledge that we have no knowledge on, and that can help Sean navigate through those, because I see round arms and I'm like, what are these? What's going on here? But yeah,
Hey, I'm fairly new to the wave too. I'm more of just like, oh, this character's out, that character's out.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Toy Collector Magazine. How cool is that he popped off?
Oh,
for a
yeah.
minute, and then you showed off the magazine itself. Maybe that's like a future interview type thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
And get this, it's actually good.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought, man? It's actually good. You heard it here first.
I've seen him on streams. Talking about the magazine and really just talking about figures in general. So, he's
awesome.
That's cool.
comes off a really nice guy.
That's still going around.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often. I remember like seeing Game Informers and all those other kind of even collector magazines out and stuff like that, and never got them. Shonen Jump.
Yeah, well, the big one was Toy Fair was the big collectible one, but that's been gone for years. Yeah.
Toy Fair and Wizard. Those were my two big ones. Yeah.
Game Informer just shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
They shut down like the YouTube site and the magazine, everything. So.
Dang, man.
Just a couple months ago, I think. So. I used to watch them on YouTube a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But,
In the words of Chris, what is time to be alive?
Yeah, there's a new toy magazine. Buy it while you can. Support stuff like that. Yeah, man. All right. That's it for me.
That's all we got this week for you guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making us part of your day. We will see you guys next time.